Hey guys, in today's video, we are going to talk about how to know if you are actually getting paid what you are worth. Figuring out what your job, what your skills, what your experience is worth in the marketplace right now. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Katie. I am a coach with Career Sprout, where we help professionals transition jobs, enter new careers, and on average, it takes us about 63 days to increase somebody's salary by about $37,000. Now, the reason why we're able to do this, or the number one reason why we're able to help folks increase their salaries by so much in such little time, is because most people are underpaid and they just don't know it. So I'm going to walk through one of the processes that I will use when I'm on a call with somebody to help them figure out A, what they should be getting paid, and B, what their career trajectory looks like. And that way we can decide, hey, is this something that aligns with your life goals, your mission, your purpose? If not, here's how we can tweak. So let's dive in and get started. Okay, guys, so as I mentioned, the reason why we're able to get people such high salary increases in such a short amount of time is because most people are underpaid, because most people don't know what they're worth. Now, this is an example that I use all the time. It's for those of you who don't know, a recruiter went fairly viral because they shared that somebody asked for $85,000 for a job that had a budget of 130. That means this person got paid. They missed out on 52% of their salary because they didn't know what their skills, what their experience were actually worth. They could have had an extra $45,000 each year. It's an extra almost $4,000 a month that this person was worth, and they just didn't know. So here's one of my favorite tools for going and figuring out not only what you're worth, but what your trajectory is on whatever path you're on. So there's a lot of different websites that do this. Built-in is one of my favorites for a couple of different reasons. One, it seems to be the most accurate. Two, it's the most user-friendly. Three, it's just, they've got a lot of tools to help you with career mapping, not just zeroing in on your next role. So this is really good for you if you want to think about your life holistically, which we talk a lot about. It's very important. People who think about their life holistically, their career, how it fits into their life, end up having way less stress, making way more money, and living a far more enjoyable life. So let's take, for example, a product manager. If you are a product manager, whatever level of seniority, a really cool thing that you can do is come in here and let's say, hey, I'm a product manager and I want to know, am I getting paid what I'm worth? Well, the average product manager salary in the US, total comp is about $140,000. So that's a very simple metric for you to now look at and say, hey, am I making more than or less than $140,000 total each year? If you are, now, of course, that's one number, right? That's the median salary. The median's 120, the average is 123. Well, now there's some variables that go into that. How much experience do you have, right? How much equity do you have in a company? What type of company are you working with? So this is where you can see the range. A lot of people right here, you can see the range of what these people, now this is from crowdsourced data, so keep that in mind. But then look at the data here on the number of years. So if you are brand new to a product manager role, cool, less than 1 year, you're probably making about 100,000. If you have 7 years of experience, you are likely making about 135. Now, something to keep in mind here is levels of seniority. Typically, people with 7 years are not still just product managers unless they choose to be, unless they want to be. Usually they are going and they are becoming senior product managers. And as you can see here, they've mapped this out. It's pretty cool. It pretty much follows the flow of a path. Obviously, there's different paths product managers can take. Some people can branch off and become technical product managers. Some will branch off and become marketing product managers, whatever the case may be. A senior product manager, though, the average you're looking at is now 145. So that's why 7 years of experience, you're not going to keep going up too high. You're likely going to get promoted. And that's where, okay, if you're a senior product manager, the average is 145, again, because a lot of people don't know what they're worth. A lot of people are getting paid in 200,000s. As a senior product manager, it's very feasible for you to be making over $200,000 in your base comp. Director of product management, similar thing here, where it's very reasonable for you to be making over $300,000 as a director of product manager as your base. plus added comp packages that go into that. And so you get to see, cool, what's my trajectory here? If I follow this product manager path, what is the top level that I want to be at? What we call your career nirvana. Do you want to be a C-level executive? Cool. This is what you're looking at. A lot of them can make over $500,000 in their base. I always talk about the chief product officer of YouTube. He got $100 million bonus just to not go to Twitter, right? So there's a big range in there, and how much you want to work, how you want to work, who you want to work with, the lifestyle you want to have all plays into that. So this is a really great tool for knowing what it is that is a reasonable range for you to be getting paid. And at the bottom here, they have it for the cities as well. But I'll let you guys go ahead and peruse this. And if you have any questions that come up, feel free to put them in the comments. Feel free to shoot us an email, whatever the case may be. But something I really want you guys to keep in mind is a lot of times people will see these numbers, or especially when we talk to product managers that are underpaid right now, I'll throw out a number and I'll say, hey, I have no doubt that you could be making $100,000 more. And they'll kind of tense up a little bit because it's, okay, well, I'm already working my butt off now. There's no way I could be doing more to be worth $100,000 more. Like, I am already burnt out. I'm drained. Clearly, I'm not doing something right. There's all of these mental trash, mental garbage comes up into their mind, and they start to think and they start to blame themselves, and they start to think, okay, well, that's not realistic because I'm already killing myself. I'm already working my butt off and I'm not there. If that was a possibility, I would be there. And the truth is, it's not, hey, as soon as you know that, you now become worth that because you have the skills. A lot of times the skills that you are missing are not your work skills. They are your job transitioning skills. And that is something that the average person is only going to do a handful of times in their life. So if you only have a handful of times to figure something out, you're likely not going to become an expert in it in those 5 times that you do it. Think about any of the things that you do on your day-to-day job. If you only had 5 chances to learn how to code, or you only had 5 chances, to learn how to have effective conversations with people, well, you probably wouldn't get that good with 5 reps in it. So that's something that you have to keep in mind is you may be very good at what you do. You may be very bad at the job transition process, and you may need help with one of the steps. Generally, there are 5 steps that you have to go through. You may just be missing one of those steps, or you may just need a different perspective on how to do one of those steps, some added coaching or some added resources, whatever the case may be. But you shouldn't let that affect you, your confidence, in your ability to do a job well. It's just you should almost look at it as, hey, this is just a new skill that I'm putting into my tool bucket. The job transition process, learning how to navigate, it's just a new skill that I have to learn. It does not speak to whether or not you're good at your actual job. It speaks to whether or not you're good at the job transition part of the job. Is that a broken system? I've got my own opinions on that, but the fact of the matter is, it is the system. And if you have the opportunity to be making $100,000 more than what you are making now, that is going to allow you to do so much good, not only for yourself, but your family, your relationships, your mental health, your physical health. It allows you to have so much more impact in the world around you. So with that, if you guys want added videos like this, we are going to start posting fairly regularly on here, not on a specific schedule. So you can subscribe, ring the notification bell if it is something that you would like to see more of. If you want added resources, we've got plenty of free resources. We have coaching programs. Our goal is to help 1 million people transition into their dream career path by 2025. So we are doing what we can to spread the word on that. If you guys have any other questions, we're here for you. Hope you guys have a good one. Talk soon.